Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpla Review. So today we're going to be doing a quick comparison. This is more like a versus video of the Xeon's high-grade universal sentry Efreet versus the Gouf. Obviously, this Gouf here is not from high-grade universal sentry. This is actually the high-grade build fighter Gouf, and it's probably the only high-grade build fighter kits I have left in my collection. I am just not really into anything outside of high-grade universal sentry. But I think this Gouf is pretty cool. I can definitely make this thing work in my high-grade universal sentry collection. And I don't think I've showcased this guy often enough. So basically, this guy is what eventually become. They use the parts for this kit to create the Gouf Revive. So this one here is the Gouf R35 on Gundam build fighters. Oh man, yeah. So anyway, so the base body here is pretty much the Gouf. The head is actually different from the this headpiece is actually more stylized than the head that came with the regular Gouf, the high-grade universal sentry Gouf. And this is Rumba Rao's mobile suit on Gundam build fighters. Yeah. My friends, we have this theory that when people die in a universal sentry, somehow they end up in the build fighter universe. But anyway, yeah. So basically, with this kit is you got areas on the legs to store the heat sabers. The hill fort, and then you just attach the heat saber effect parts. I really like these lower legs. They kind of make me this could be made into a Gouf high mobility type. Take a look at all that thruster. Yeah, this thing is like you can make this Gouf that can be used in space. Look at all the thrusters. It even got a flight pack. If you want to see the review for this kit, I'll put the link in the video description. This is actually one of my favorite kits out there. I know I pretty much given up on anything that is not universal sentry and high-grade origins. Yeah, so both of those lines are the stuff I still collect. Everything else is just a little too weird and too childish for me. Yeah. And also, like a quick announcement for you guys, a lot of people seem to be buying Gunpla, especially if you live in North America. A lot of people seem to be buying, their Gunpla at stores like Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. Just keep in mind, the prices aren't really good at all. From what I understand, is anywhere between $5 to $10 more. Sometimes when it comes to master grade, it's like $15 to $20 more. It's kind of absurd. So yeah, you'd be definitely better off buying your kits from Gunpla stores, like online stores and stuff like that. And, there's coupon codes where you can use. I know Zaku Aurealis has a coupon code that you can use when you shop at USA Gundam store. You can also purchase from my former sponsor, Tatsu Hobby. They have a point reward system. The more you buy, the more you save. And you can use that points for anything else. So, there's many options out there other than, your typical... unless you really want that kit and you're not willing to wait, you just want to buy something right off the shelf and willing to pay the extra money for it. I mean, if you're buying one or two kits, maybe it's okay because, you end up... the shipping might end up costing just as much as what you would pay. But if you're buying multiple kits or buying specific kits, I think you're better off buying from professional like Gunpla stores. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, this is definitely a very nice looking kit. This is definitely, I actually like this better than the the high-grade Revive Gouf. And not only that, it's loaded with accessories. So we got these forearm cannons, kind of look like the traditional cannons, but it's a lot better. Yeah, these are definitely better than the old very funky hands where you use to switch out the hand, and then you have these. This kind of look like a take on the Gouf Custom, sort of. And not only that, this guy also have shields that you can use. Let me grab those shields real quick. Oh man, there we go. Kind of dropped it. There we go. We have 2 of these shields that can be attached to the side. Right there, like that. Obviously, I decaled this up. I put the exam. I was going to turn this guy into the Gouf exam for one of my friends. But yeah, he decided, you know, he rather play with action figures and stuff like that. So anyway, this is a very nice kit. All right, next off we have the obviously the Efreet. Basically, these are two of Zeon's more popular melee style mobile suits, and obviously the Gouf here, the Efreet here, is the premium Bandai version. I wish they would have released this as a standard release, but I guess the Efreet just not popular enough to get a standard release. As you can see, the proportions a bit different. One is made by the Zeonic company, and one is made by Zimot, another competing company who also produce Zeon mobile suits. And you can see some similarities. I mean, obviously, these two are definitely highly inspired by Zeon Zaku, and you can see here. Yeah, personally, I still like the Efreet more than the Gouf because it just look very unique, especially the headpiece right here. Yeah, you know, if you have access to premium Bandai web shop in your country, if you live outside of US, like you live in certain parts of Asia where you have access to the premium Bandai web shop, I definitely recommend picking up one of these Efreets. If you want to see more reviews on the Efreet, I got a whole bunch of videos on it. I think I did like 3 videos on the Efreet already. So yeah, it's in most of my playlists. I'll put the link in the video description too if you want to check it out. This thing has pretty good articulation. I mean, it's got the Gundam Evolution style shoulder joints, which I like a lot. This is a lot better than these swing out butterfly joint. These things. They don't hold the joint very well. You know, sometimes you mess around with it and then this will just pop off, which is very annoying. You won't have that problem with the Efreet. The Gouf's waist articulation is also hindered by the power cable. You can see there's really not much going on here. And also the skirt also getting in the way. And it's pretty much the same story with the Efreet. So yeah, unfortunately, they're limited by their power cables. So other than that, the articulation wise is pretty much the same. Double jointed elbows. This thing also have double jointed knees. Seeing the Gouf might also have double jointed knees. Yeah, it does, but it's a little bit. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. It's more than 90 degrees, so that's not bad. So yeah, overall, I definitely recommend picking up either one of these. This is the only Build Fighters kit I would recommend at this point in 2019. I think this kit is actually better than a high-grade Universal Century Gouf R35. Yeah, you do have some parts to kind of make a Gouf. You can you don't really have the full thing to make the. Actually, I think you do. You have the parts to make the what's that? The what's it called? The heat rod that comes out the forearm. You have that part too, so yeah, you can definitely do some cool stuff with this kit. Anyway, that is pretty much it for these guys. Let me know which one you like the most. You like the Efreet or you like the Gouf. Either way, you can't really go wrong. This is purely just subjective. Anyway, hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.